Hello friends, welcome to Easy Aviation. Today's topic of discussion is what is wing loading and how the stall speed is deduced from the wing loading formula. Wing loading is equal to the weight of aircraft, complete aircraft divided by the area of the wing. Correct? So this is actually kg per meter square or its equivalent form. So any aircraft which are very heavy, the weight of the aircraft is very heavy, are having a very high wing loading. So for example, wing loading of a transport aircraft, it goes up to 800 to 1000 kg per meter square. It's a range. And in contrary, glider has a wing loading of around 80 kg per meter square only, like 10 times lesser than that, because the area of the wing is very high in the glider and the weight of the aircraft is not as much, so the wing loading is very less, and for the transport it's very high. Fighter is somewhere in between, around 500 kg per meter square. So this is a general information, general gyan. Now coming to the important part, that how the stall speed is related to the wing loading. So to explain that, let's go to the lift equation. As we all are aware, lift is equal to half rho v square s cl, where half is the constant, rho is the density of the medium in which the aircraft is flying, v is the velocity at which the aircraft is flying, s is the surface area of the wing of the lift generation part, and cl is the coefficient of lift, which is further a design parameter of the aerofoil of the wing, at what angle of attack, at what position of the wing, how much lift is generated. So that is the coefficient of lift. So that's a design parameter. So this lift can be written as the lift divided by surface area is equal to half rho v square cl. This we can write. Now at a straight and level flight, the lift generated by the wing should be equal to the weight of the aircraft for the straight and level flight. So that can be written as weight upon surface area is equal to lift upon surface area is equal to half rho v square cl. And we know weight upon surface area is the wing loading. So wing loading is equal to W by S is equal to half rho v square cl. We can write that, correct, for the straight and level flight we are discussing. Now we are putting one more terminology here, that is Vs, that's the stall speed. So stall speed, we know that it's the minimum speed that aircraft is required to fly. Otherwise the aircraft will fall down. That's the minimum speed aircraft. So fixed wing aircraft, they have to maintain a minimum, at least minimum speed to generate the lift so that aircraft can fly. So I hope this much is understood. So if we write that, so wing loading is equal to W by S is equal to half rho V, I'll write S, Vs square as Cl. Or we can write as wing loading is equal to weight upon area proportional to V square. So this is the final equation which is the relation between the stall speed and the wing loading, which is W by S or W by A. You can write either way. So coming to the example, a transport aircraft which we had discussed above has a wing loading of around 800 kg per meter square. The wing loading is very high, that means the stall speed is also very high. So the aircraft which is somewhere around 60 to 80 kmph, I mean this is an idea, could be above or less. So a high wing loading aircraft has a high stall speed, that's why they need a longer runway to take off or land. I mean for taking off, the aircraft has to reach 80 kmph, then only it can take off. On the other hand, the glider which we had explained has a wing loading of around 80 kg per meter square, will be having a very low stall speed as compared to the transport, which is around 10 to 15 kmph. That means the glider can take off from very small distance. It does not hardly take a full length of the runway to take off, because the stall speed or the minimum speed at which the aircraft can fly is very less as compared to the transport. So this is the crux of the complete equation we had deduced. I hope you have understood. There are few points which I have written for the wing loading. I hope I have covered all the points. So we'll go each one of them one by one. So the wing loading is the total mass of an aircraft, which we have written W, divided by the area of its wing. Correct? So this is wing loading. The stalling speed of an aircraft in straight line is partly determined by its wing loading. Yes, wing loading is directly proportional to the stall speed square. So a high wing loading has a higher stall speed. Correct, for the transport, as we had explained. An aircraft with a low wing loading has a larger wing area. Yes, wing loading is equal to weight upon area. So higher wing area has a lower wing loading relative to as compared to the high wing loading. Yes, the faster aircraft generally have higher wing loadings because the stall speed is higher. We had already discussed. So high wing loading aircraft have to be faster because their stall speed is more, so they have to fly. Then slower aircraft. The increased wing loading also increased takeoff and landing distance, which I have already discussed, because the aircraft has to reach that much distance and that much speed, so which require some quantifiable amount of distance to take off and land. So transport or more heavy aircraft needs longer runway, commercial aircraft also in that case. A higher wing loading also decreases maneuverability because the aircraft inertia is that much, and a high wing loading aircraft are moving at a higher speed also. So because of that inertia, the maneuverability is has been restricted, has been decreased. It cannot take very high tight turns. It can take turns, but at its own motion movement speed. So a lower wing loading on the other hand, like the trainer aircraft or the smaller glider, they can easily maneuver. So here I conclude my video. I hope I have made you understand the concept of a wing loading and how the stall speed is related to that. If you have any query about this part, please let me know in the comment section. If you want me to cover any other aviation topic, please let me know. Please subscribe this channel. We'll all make the aviation easy by understanding these small concepts. So thank you for connecting.